Hello, all your water signs. Welcome to your weekly energy update where we're going to be looking at the week of January 2nd to January 9th. But of course, if you're coming across this reading outside of that time frame, I would still watch the video anyway, because if your gut and your instinct is bringing you here and your intuition, then I'm sure there are messages for you. If you are watching this between that time frame, of course, Happy New Year. We just started a new year. We've got the Capricorn super new moon happening on January 2nd, bringing in some beautiful energy. And I have created videos separately for each zodiac sign for that new moon, as well as a little sneak peek through the keyhole of your future for 2022. And there's a pick a card for each of those. And I'll have those linked at the end of the video, and I'll mention them again here at the end of the video. But for this week, we're going to look at all you water signs. We're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Earth Magic Oracle, just to see what the Creator wants all of you to know about this week in general. And we'll pull some more cards, of course, for some more clarity. All right, so for our water signs for this week, what would you like them to know? Okay, there you go right there. And you've got the forest, breath, and I love that beautiful green. And let's see what message comes in here for you. Okay, there we go. So breath, as we make our way across the meadow to the thicker parts of the forest, there's a subtle shift in the sensations in the body, one that might initially be barely perceptible, but soon becomes undeniable. It's nearly impossible not to take deeper breaths. The richness of the forest's oxygen gives freely and generously from the trees, the standing ones, to us, and it is a natural exchange for the carbon dioxide we release every time we exhale. Further, the animals of the forest participate in this exchange as well in what is one of the most miraculous and remarkable collaborations between plants and animals that serve to help each other live and thrive. The ratio of this oxygen-carbon dioxide exchange has been in balance for millennia, but has been changing quite dramatically in the last several years as carbon dioxide levels have been rising. Yet, there are many parts of the world where we can still enjoy the refreshing and revitalizing effects of an afternoon enjoying the sights, the sounds, and smells of a walk in the forest. Through prayer and action, we can express our gratitude to these tree beings for the many gifts they provide, not the least of which is contributing to the very air we breathe. Things are different after a walk in the forest. And the message that this card brings, it says, your breathing is too shallow. Although it may feel natural, it is an unhealthy habit that causes this shortness of breath. When you subconsciously shorten your breath, no matter if this is habitual or triggered by some event or circumstance, it activates certain physiological signals that prepare your system for flight or fight. Another conditioned response to perceived danger is to hold your breath. This is your survival response, although it does not serve you to do so. So, breathe. Inhale deeply, regardless of your concerns, your worries, or your problems, then let it go. Next, allow yourself to breathe a little deeper and slower a few times. Remember that every breath you inhale is a gift, and every breath you exhale is a gift. The forest is a clear reminder of how this works. And that is awesome, because definitely one of the things that helps us come out of fight or flight is taking deep breaths, because it floods our body with that oxygen and it gets all that adrenaline, and it allows us to get back to feeling the peace that are in our bodies working at its most effective. When it's in fight or flight mode, it shuts down so many things that taking a deep breath, taking several of them and making deep breaths our habit instead of short, shallow breaths allows our bodies to thrive. We're also going to pull cards here from the Rider-Waite Tarot and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this week. But it's all about your breath and breathing, calming, coming to this beautiful calm place, and getting out into a forest or getting out into nature near trees as much as you can this week. All right, so for our water signs, what else would you like them to know about this week? Okay, got those two. What else? Okay. And those two. Okay. Nope, they didn't want that last one. Okay. So we're going to put this one first since it made itself known. And you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is card number 10, which is endings and new beginnings. And the Wheel of Fortune has a beautiful message that comes with it, because the Wheel of Fortune says that before you came down here, your higher self, your powerful supernatural soul, decided this is the avatar, this is the character, the little human character that's going to play me. This is when I'm going to come into the world and when I'm going to leave the world. And here's all the fated events that I want to experience in my life. Now, you know, sometimes you're like, well, fated events, if it's all fated, then why do we even do it? But within each of the fated situations, we still have our power of choice. We still have our free will, and we get to choose what that circumstance means. What story are we going to apply to it? Also, we get to choose what emotion that we're going to feel during it, whether it's an extreme emotion of unconditional love or an extreme emotion of fear or something in between. So we do still get to experience it, but in this awareness, seeing that everything is fated that's coming in or leaving our lives, we also realize that we're not on this out of control drama train that's about to jump the tracks and fly off into a gorge and dramatically explode. That it's more like a monorail train in like Disney World or Disneyland, where it's attached to the track. It's a smooth move and it has its stops along the way. So we're able to understand that life happens for us, and forest for us, and it doesn't happen to us. And so we were kind of move out of this victim mode that all this stuff is happening to us into this victor mode where life is happening for us, and all this stuff is being unfolded for our highest experience here. So as we understand that helps us breathe, that helps us stay out of fight or flight a little bit too, when we have this capital T truth of the spiritual realm, that everything unfolds perfectly for us in alignment to what we wanted to experience, right? And then you have the Eight of Wands. Wands is like your fire energy. It's our passions, it's our drive, it's our ambition, it's our aha inspiration. It's also spiritual energy. And this usually is about activity coming. Things are happening fast this week, but it also represents messages from spirit, which I love, because when we take this time to breathe and we take this time to calm down, we realize all this stuff is happening for us. When we connect higher and listen to the spiritual realm, raising our vibration intentionally to unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, getting away from all the noise of fear. Like I said, getting out into nature really helps with that. We're able to hear the messages of spirit this week in a very clear way, especially with that new moon in Capricorn. There's a lot of, the veil is a little thinner where we can hear those messages. Yep, and then you have the Star card. The Star card is a message of hope. It's bringing in this beautiful, the water bearer brings in this beautiful living waters, which is the unconditional love of the creator of all sides. The star is you. The star is your higher self. And if you connect and take time, really, they keep on reiterating, take time to get away from all the noise and the chaos and the social media, TV, just all that news of darkness and fear. Get away from it all and connect to a higher place, because this floods out into your earth, which is your outside world, and your mind. It flows into the waters, which is your emotions and your spirit, and you're able to feel this place of hope. And again, knowing that everything unfolds for you, it's not happening to you. And so you really get to experience this overflow of true joy, of true unconditional love, of laughter and peace, especially. Yeah, because here you go, 10 of Cups. Cups are your emotions, and this is how you feel when you connect to that beautiful place. You feel just this beautiful rainbow of all these cups. You just feel overjoyed. You just feel so full. All these positive emotions that I was talking about, not the shadow emotions of fear. You have all these beautiful emotions of who you really are. That joy just fills you up. That love just fills you up and overflows to where it is. It's like whatever storm had happened before, you have this beautiful rainbow happening if you take time to breathe and step away from all that darkness, all that fear. Yeah, because here you go, Empress. She's creativity. She's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So definitely there's the forest behind her. Getting out into nature is huge, huge, huge this week. So if at all possible, I know it's sub-zero weathers probably in some places. In the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, you're in summer, so dress cool. Just get out into nature as much as you can this week, even if it's just a little walk after dinner. Bundle up if you need to, but definitely get out into nature, commune with nature. Or if it's so cold you can't get out, if you have plants inside, just have some great interactions with your plants. Give them some love, give them some little water, dust off their leaves, do whatever you need to do, because this new birth, this creativity, this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture is very much in store for you here. So she definitely wants you to connect. And this Empress, she also brings in the divine feminine energy, which is a lot of the water energy too. So really allow yourself to feel, know that, don't judge yourself for having felt, or as you continue to feel, your human uncomfortable emotions, because that is part of our fated events with this Wheel of Fortune. We come here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience those opposites, because in experiencing those darker, shadowy emotions of fear and limitedness and powerlessness, all those opposites of who we truly are on the other side, the star, we understand more fully who we are. It's like, we're always breathing air all around us, and we don't realize it until you're 6 feet underwater looking up at air at the surface up there, right? And you're going, this is non-air and that is air. Now I understand more of what air is. I appreciate it so much more than I did before, and now I'm swimming back toward it because I need it to breathe. But experiencing those opposites, you're like, having experienced non-air, I now understand what air is. So that's very in tune with all this breathing and taking deep breaths, taking time to breathe in deep through your nose and hold it for a couple seconds and slowly let out your breath, and just continue to do that and feel that calmness. You might even get a little lightheaded because your body is so used to shallow breaths, it's not used to all that oxygen. You might get a little euphoric for a moment too, but trying to make it a reminder. I used to have to put like a little timer on my cell phone, and like every couple hours it would say breathe. And because I'd get caught up in the world and get up and caught into some sort of fight or flight and activity that I needed a reminder. Come back to now, breathe, calm down. And then a couple hours later, I was drawn back out. Let me breathe, until it becomes your habit to breathe deeply and to take time to breathe. So I love this message for you. And just know, in addition to these, of course, that I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign. As I mentioned, I do new moon and full moon readings and a variety of others throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of the messages, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below. That'll make the notification bell pop up. And when that comes up, just click on it and you're able to set your notifications to be notified immediately when the videos become available. Also, if you're enjoying these videos and you want to help spread the love, if you want to give this video a little thumbs up and click that like button, it just helps the YouTube algorithm share the videos with other people as recommended videos, etc. So no pressure to do so, but if you feel so inclined, I would greatly appreciate that. All right, all my water signs, just know as you're going throughout this beautiful week that every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.